What is up, guys? In this video, we'll be going to see the two different ways in which we can use SQL Developer. Our last video was actually about the installation of Oracle database, the expression, right? So I'm doing a follow-up video for that one to have a UI for managing that Oracle database, which can be done through SQL Developer software. There are two versions of it. You can either use a plugin in Visual Studio Code, or you can use the standalone version of the software, which gets packaged with its own version of Java. So without any further ado, we'll just go into our favorite browser. Once again, the search engine, and I'm preferring Google this time. You're going to type SQL Developer Download. You're going to see a site from Oracle which states SQL Developer Downloads. Open that. Once you open it, you're going to see SQL Developer followed by its version. Right now, we are looking at 24.3.1, which is released on December 16, 2024. As you know, we already discussed, uh, you can see that there is an extension for VS Code for SQL Developer, which we are going to have a look at a later point of time. But for now, we're going to choose the Windows version with Java included, since you can also get the other versions of this SQL Developer, but you know the versions which does not include Java has a lot of compatibility issues if you have newer versions or older versions of Java. So it's better that you prefer this JDK 17 included package for your operating system. Mine is Windows 64, so I'm going to choose this, which is of 555 MB. It will take likely about 5 minutes of time to have the file downloaded. So this is a great piece of software where you're going to get a user interface to manage all your database connections. You can connect to a remote database as well, and to your local database as well. You can create tables and whatnot. Whatever you can done, whatever you can do through the commands using SQL plus command line utility, you can do all of this stuff, but with a beautiful user interface. I wouldn't say beautiful; it's kind of outdated, but it, you know, uh, does the work. So yeah, um, we will be going to discuss about the Visual Studio Code extension at the end of this video, uh, and that is my favorite part, since I use that extension all day, every day, at my work, for my personal use. You know, I just don't prefer the UI of this SQL developer, but anyhow, you're going to see the both ways. About 3 minutes left. You can feel free to skip the video where you can see the download, after downloaded part. I'll be posting this, a web page link in the description for your convenience so that you don't have to search or go through the steps that were required at the initial part of this video. So we are about to see the download to be completed. About 40 MB left. Once that's done, I will show you how to go through this SQL developer. Alright, the download is almost complete now. We're going to see its file very soon in the downloads folder. I will just open it up and keep it ready. As you can see, the zip file is here since the download has been completed. To cross check, here you can see the same file, and you need to extract this once again to a different folder. Yet again, I'm using WinRAR, which is my go-to software for extracting or compressing or making archives for the files that I regularly use. Alright, it won't take much time, probably a few minutes before it extracts all the components of the zip file that we have downloaded. Once you see, you're going to see one more folder with the name SQL Developer inside it, and you can run the software as is. For your convenience, you can just cut this, the inner folder which is named as SQL Developer, and paste it somewhere where all your folders or softwares are. So once you open up this Oracle SQL Developer, it will load up. For the first time, it will take a little bit of time to adjust to your environment, and as you can see, there is a pop-up with a confirmation to import preferences from the previous SQL Developer installation. Since I don't have any, I will just click no, and your Oracle SQL Developer continues to load, and there we go. You're going to get a new pop-up here, or a new window which says Oracle usage tracking. I just usually select allow automated usage reporting to Oracle since it helps me with error reporting and stuff. Alright, you're gonna click OK on that, maximize this window. As you can see, there are Oracle connections here, database schema service connections here. I'm going to click on this plus now, and for the instance name I'm going to give local since it's on my local machine. When I refer to it, I'm referring to the database that we have downloaded and installed in the previous video. Username will be system. The password I've given for this is a 4-letter one, and SID will be XE for your Express Edition database. So in order to see if this credentials work or not, you can just click on this test button right after you enter all of the details. Click test and you can see status success, right? Once you see the status as success, click on connect. You're going to see the database instance here which we have installed previously on our system, and that is how you're going to use this Oracle SQL Developer. And to make connections here, you just need to click on this plus and add as many database connections as you want, be it local instances or remote instances. It doesn't matter. All you need to give is its host address, port, SID along with username and password, and along with all those details you're going to give a different name to distinguish your different connections. That's it. So this is one way of using SQL Developer, whereas I'm going to show you a different way of using SQL Developer. It is through a plugin for VS Code. Right now you have to open up your VS Code, go to the extensions page and search for SQL Developer. You can see from Oracle Corporation there is an SQL Developer extension for VS Code. Click on it. There you go. You're going to see a new page describing the plugin details. You're going to click on install, trust publisher and install. You need to choose. As you can see, the plugin is getting installed. Once that is installed, you're going to see a new icon right here with a database logo similar to this one. Once the installation is done, I will proceed on to show you how this extension works. So I usually prefer this extension instead of that standalone software because Visual Studio is my go-to, editor and tool for whatever purposes that I use this thing for. Literally. So it's being installed and it was published a year ago. You can see it's from Oracle Corporation as well. You can read more about the features it has, the change log it has been through, and the details of the plugin on this particular page for that SQL developer extension plugin. Alright, we'll just wait until this plugin gets installed. So in the meantime, feel free to skip to the ending of this video where you can see the Visual Studio plugin for Oracle SQL developer, and make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if we are of any help, and if this video was at least a little bit informative for you to understand how to install this Oracle SQL developer extension or Oracle SQL developer software. It really helps us a lot to keep pushing through, and we'll be uploading many more tech tutorials, go-tos, how-tos in our channel very soon enough, so stay tuned. Alright, let's just wait until this SQL developer extension gets installed. Downloading code update. Right. Alright, now that our SQL developer extension has been installed, um, there is one more prompt here: to allow automated usage reporting to Oracle. I'm going to choose accept, but it is up to you to accept or decline. It is not mandatory to accept. Alright, if you're new, you can go through this, Oracle SQL developer extension for vscode instructions right here, but I'm going to show you those anyway. Once you click on the small icon which you discussed earlier, that there will be a database icon on the left where you're going to see the extensions icon. The new one added here, once you click on that, you're going to see connections and whatnot. There will be SQL snippets, reports, whatever you want, they will be here inside this small extension. And under this connection, you're going to see create connection. Click on it, give some name for your connection like you did with SQL developer software. Authentication type will be default, role will be default, username will be system here. Since it's our Express Edition instance, it will be either system or pdb admin. The password is a 4-letter one that I kept in the previous video. You have to give your own password there. Click to save password if you want to. and host name will be localhost since we have installed it on our local system. Service name will be XE since it's an Express Edition instance. Port is 1521. By default, we are going to get 1521 for Express Edition. If you're installing a standard edition, you can change your port per instance as per the installation instructions. So once you enter all the required details, click on test to see if the details are correct. And there you can see the test has been passed. I'm going to click on once again test passed for connection local. So once the test has been passed, you're going to click on connect so that you'll be seeing a local instance here, which in which you can see all the tables, views, indexes and whatnot inside your database instance. In order to open up an SQL worksheet, right click on this instance and click on open SQL worksheet. You can type in any command you want here and then just click on run. I know I don't have any tables right now, so you can just run the statement here without saving this SQL worksheet, similar to SQL developer software. I'm so much used to this Visual Studio Code, so I prefer using this small extension. Installation did take a little bit of time, but it never takes that much of time for installing an extension, since I think I do have an update for my Visual Studio Code, and that's why, as you can see here, it took a little bit of time to install the extension, but it usually isn't the case. So this is how you're going to use your SQL developer inside your Visual Studio Code, or this is how you're going to use your SQL developer standalone software as we discussed earlier in the video. So yeah, thanks for watching and peace out.